Hi guys, it's Lee and Gigi. We are in day 5 of our 25-day push-up challenge to bring awareness for PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And so over the course of the next 25 days, we're going to be having a dialogue about our family's struggle, I guess. Would you call it a struggle? Yeah, struggle. Definitely struggle with mental health and just the periods in our life where we have gone through and then recovered. So it's an ongoing process. And today we were trying to figure out what we were going to talk about. But to be honest, we're just both really exhausted right now. It's been a really long couple weeks, and there's just a lot. I think mentally we're just dealing with a lot right now, and it's just all very overwhelming and very sad. So, I think, I don't know.
So, I besides the standard struggles that we've had with either depression or other mental health issues. 48 hours ago, I found myself in the middle of a traumatic episode, and fortunately, I know when I start to go there, and I have developed some strategies to get through it. One of the first strategies is to identify what the trigger was for me. And I realized that when the video came out about the kids from Morehouse and the ones from Spelman, when they were pulled out of their car, that was the genesis of a triggering episode for me. What um, what it brought up was a situation that nearly no one knows about, and even fewer people would even think that it happens today in the United States where we live, or in the city where we live in here in Orange County. But essentially, what happened to those kids happened to me a little over 2.5 years ago, where just by someone calling and saying, challenging whether I lived in our gated community or not, and then calling the police saying that I didn't belong here, ended up with me in handcuffs in the back of a squad car. Um, Most of the people are friends and family. They don't know, they've never heard it, and our friends didn't even believe it was possible because they assumed that that only happened to people who didn't know how to behave with the police. But even in a state of compliance and even within your own rights, even when you're doing exactly as told, you can still be traumatized. In this country, post election was probably some of the worst treatment that I've ever received. Um, and the thing about it is that I deal with it daily.
We all do as a family. We all do. Our kids are not immune. Um, and we don't need to go into that now, but our kids are recovering. They have been traumatized over the last few years, and I think we're all just processing it. I had a friend call me up the other day to ask me how I was doing because he lives here in this city and he can relate to what it's like to parent a black child and or black children. And we've had to add things to our parenting handbook that most people would never understand. And it's just all very sad. And those little the things that we have to deal with, they are traumatic. Even if it's someone calling your child the N-word, it's traumatic. And those little traumas add up, and it takes a while to process and heal from that. So I just feel for everyone in this space because I think we're all trying to find our way right now. I really feel like I feel like people are finally stepping up to try to understand. But it's, when you're in the trauma, it's just, I don't know, it's just hard. It's very difficult to have an opinion. I don't know how I feel. I know I feel a lot, but I haven't formulated how it makes sense to me or what stand I take. I just know that, we operate from love, we operate from positivity, we always move forward, and we teach our kids the same. And so you will never hear victim language from us, but doesn't mean that we don't live it on a day-to-day basis. So not to end on that on that note, it's a lot, and we'll probably delve into this. We've got 20 additional days to kind of delve into a little bit more of the trauma and how as a family we deal with it. So I just want to say to all of you, just be kind to yourselves and be kind to each other. And I just love you all. Have a good night. Okay, we're going to do 25 push-ups now. So, and the deal with push-ups is, you know, as we go through this process, it's supposed to, well, at least with me, it's supposed to make us stronger. You know, so anyway, here we go.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
See.
Thanks.
Thank you guys, and we're supposed to nominate someone tonight.
I'm nominating Sam and Lori Masato. Hope to see you on the line. Thanks.